readers, friends, and family. Welcome to the first installment of Your Library at Home. I wanted to take a moment at the top of this program to describe what we'd like to achieve with it. Since many libraries are currently closed to the public, or where libraries are open, restrictions for programming are in place. We hope to provide families and caregivers the skills and framework to compose story times at home, just the way children's programmers do at the library. We have some tricks up our sleeves to give you when working with your little ones. We work with Every Child Ready to Read as a framework. So much of what we do reflects Every Child Ready to Read standards, and these standards focus on nurturing pre-literacy skills in the library and at home. These standards include all the major components of early literacy preparation, and that would be, and I'll just go through these one by one, talking with your child. Children learn by hearing spoken language. They learn new vocabulary. Talking, the more words that they hear, the better. Singing with your child. Singing increases awareness of and sensitivity to the sounds that words make and the sounds of words. So singing is really, really important. Reading, of course, with your child is one of the most fundamental things you can do to help pre-literacy skills. Shared reading increases vocabulary and general knowledge. Also, writing with your child helps children understand that letters and words have sounds and meaning. And playing with your child helps children understand the world around them, gives them general knowledge, and helps children make sense of the stories that they'll read and the stories that they hear. Playing pretend is one of the best things you can do for pre-literacy as well. Not everything we do is tailored to strict guidelines. One of the most important facets of encouraging early literacy is to have fun, and that's not always something you can script. So bringing joy to reading is one of the most important things that you can do to make yourself a library at home. Which is why one of the first things I wanted to do is to bring in felt. Introducing felt to your home. If you don't know, felt are flannel boards. That's what we're going to be going over today. Felt is a thick fabric, like this here. Felt or flannel is a thick fabric, and you can find this at any craft store. You can find it at Amazon, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, the dollar store, practically everywhere. And we use these felt pieces to create different images that we attach to a felt or flannel board to play out different stories. Now you can use a felt board, or you can use just a large piece of felt as your backing, and you could actually draw and create a backdrop for the stories that you tell, or you could play on a rug, on the carpet, on the floor. All of the felt and flannel pieces are quite tactile and great for storytelling. So that's what we'll be doing with them today. We use felt because they help tell a story from start, middle to finish. And you can encourage your little one to tell that same story from start, middle to finish. Or you can have your children use their imaginations and play with the felt in a more creative way, create their own stories with them. Felt storyboards include every facet of Every Child Ready to Read standards, especially if you include them in an overall story time. So if you're including them in an overall story time, this is what I would do at the library. Say we're doing Three Little Pigs. So here's how we do a Three Little Pigs story time at home with felt. So I get a couple of different Three Little Pigs books, and you can tell we have a lot, and we have a lot of different kinds. We have the Three Horrid Little Pigs. We've got the Three Little Pigs and the Somewhat Bad Wolf. And we've got classic tellings of the Three Little Pigs, one in which includes a music CD. So you would take a Three Little Pigs book and you would read it from start to finish. And you'd be asking your child questions about the story as it goes. Perhaps it's a story they already know well, so they'll be guessing what will happen next as it goes. So once you're done with Three Little Pigs, that's when you would take out your felt board and your felt Three Little Pigs. If you already have the Three Little Pigs crafted, or if you already have them pre-purchased on a felt board, what you would do is you would start to tell the story and place the pieces down as you're introducing the characters or you're introducing the worlds. and tell the story normally once more from start, middle to finish, as you remembered it from the reading that you just did. And then you would ask your child to tell the story from start, middle to finish with the pieces that they have on the board. They can put the pieces on the board themselves, or you can put them up and prompt them to talk to you about the flannel board pieces in the story. If you don't have the pieces already made, that's even better. Work together with your little one to determine where the most important parts of the story that you can make felt pieces out of. Remember, you want major parts of the story to be a part of the felt board rather than every single little thing in the story. So the main parts of the story would be the characters. So you would ask them, what are the main characters in The Three Little Pigs? Of course, the three little pigs, but also the big bad wolf. And then perhaps you would make the setting, so you would make the 3 different houses that the little pigs create. Then you'd make the felt pieces together with your little one. Of course, you would be the one possibly doing the cutting and the gluing, but your child can do the translation from text to image and determine what parts of the story, what the parts of the story would look like in the felt interpretation. And then you just retell your story and make up a story all your own. It could be, 2 little pigs and their stepbrother wolf running away from the big bad bully pig, or something similar to that. You just use your imagination. So now we're going to be talking about making felt pieces. Felt pieces are really fun and creative things to make. You can always purchase your own felt pieces in kits. They're online practically everywhere, particularly Amazon, of course. And often the felt stories will come with a sheet or workbook sheets that will help you tell the story with your children. So that's an option. But I always prefer to make my own, especially if you're doing it with your littles, because then that creativity piece comes in and makes the whole experience more personal, and it really brings out the joy of recreating the story. So we're going to talk about making felt pieces. Now, a lot of this information I received when I took a class with a Mr. Keith Hayes. He does these kawaii-inspired felt pieces that are incredible, and he has a blog called Fantastic Flannel Board Felt Time. And I'll be sure to link his blog in the description of this program. He works in Wake County, and he does some amazing programs with felt, like just incredible felt pieces. So I'll make sure to tag that here. And so one of the first steps you'll take to making your own flannel board piece like the pig that I have here is finding an image that you want to replicate online. So for this, I just Googled cute pig, and this is what came up with, cute cartoon pig. And this is going to be my template. So I'm going to size it down to the size that I want my felt board piece to be. And then this will be the template that I use. I'll take that image and I'm going to use a very dark background to detail the lines, the dark lines around the pig. So I'll use a dark, like black or a dark brown or a dark purple, something dark in the background is what you'll want. So I use tape, just regular Scotch tape, and tape around the edges of the template image that I have. This is going to help me to cut around the template, and it'll help my scissors really make purchase, because sometimes with felt or fabric, the scissors will want to the felt will fold with the scissors. So this gives it a little bit more of a paper feel, so you're cutting through the tape. And after you've done that, you'll have a black pig outline, just like this. Then you'll want to cut out the inside parts of the pig. Everything that's pink you'll want to cut out bit by bit. So right here we have the pig, the belly and the feet, the pig's face, and the pig's ear flaps. You can tell that we've cut out all of the pink parts and left wherever there was a line. I also cut out the pig's nose so I can make the pig's nose be more 3D, and I'll show you how that works. So I taped around the edges with Scotch tape, and I cut and I cut and I cut all the way around this template, And once I had all of the pink pieces, I laid them on top of the black. And here we have our cute little kawaii pig. And so to do the snout, to make it look a little more 3D and pop out, I just cut out a snout shape from my template and just also included a background for the nose as well. So now we have a cute little pig. Also, another fun trick that you can use if you want to do a quick storytelling and you don't really have time to spend 10 or 15 minutes to make your felt pieces, you can just print out a cute character, and you can take scraps from previous felt that you've done and you could just glue them or tape them right on the back, and they'll stick to the board just as well. You can even laminate them to keep them a little bit longer and just put felt on the back of something laminated. So now we have 3 different versions, 3 different time dedications as well for felt. Once you have multiple felt pieces, you can create endless combinations of stories with your little one. It's such a simple but impacting thing that you can do to develop early literacy and pre-literacy skills with your child. If you have any questions about pre-literacy skills or felt board storytelling or anything else that has to do with early literacy, you can comment on this video, or you could give us a call at 336-318-6804. You can call us at the Children's Room number, and we're here to help with picking out picture books that are appropriate for, that are age appropriate, that are good for different felt board story times. We're here to help for any pre-literacy questions that you might have. Also, you can email us at ashbrochildrensroom@gmail.com. You can email us pictures of cute felt pieces that you've made with your family, or you could just email general questions about storytelling or about story times as we go with this Your Library at Home program. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next month with another installment of Your Library at Home. To send us pictures of any felt that you and your family, any felt images that you and your family do. We would love to see them. I in particular, whoops.